All in Sports Network. We love sports.
All right. Will Bijan Robinson have a prolific career like Jonathan Taylor, Derrick Henry, Saquon Barkley? Do you think that's in his future?
I think it definitely can be. He has the talent. He has the skills to do that. But it's been very inconsistent for him, and that is the problem. So if you can get the inconsistency under control, then I believe he can have one of those careers for
Do you
sure.
think that's on him, coaching staff, or supporting cast?
I think it's a little bit of everything. I think there's a certain extent where you can, do stuff yourself. But if your supporting cast isn't good enough, then they're only going to target you. And if the coaching staff can't get good enough supporting cast or a good enough game plan, then not much else you could do either.
Barry Sanders never complained all those years with the Lions, so
Very true.
All right, well, I'm Kevin. This is my son, Liam. We're the Unstable Blues. Happy to present All Indiana Sports as part of the All In Sports and Rogue Media Sports Networks.
Yep, welcome back in. The Colts visit Germany for the third year in a row, this time in historic Olympic Stadium in Berlin. What do they need to do to conquer this bipolar Falcons team? Let's go all in.
Yes, you can follow us on TikTok and Instagram at All Indiana Sports and on Twitter at All Indy Sports. And don't forget to like and subscribe on YouTube or wherever you get your podcasts. All right, it's time to get into the keys to the game. What are the things that you think the Colts need to do to secure a victory against these Falcons?
What they didn't do last week is they didn't run the ball and they didn't keep running the ball. They ran it very little. JT went 14 carries for like 45 yards.
Yep.
Do you think about it? Still not a bad yards per carry, but not great. But the fact that it wasn't bad means that they weren't running the ball enough.
Yep.
So keep running the ball. I get that they fell behind, but there was many, many times where you could have ran the ball still.
Yep.
So keep running the ball. Limit Bijan. Limit what he can do. The Colts in previous years have been very susceptible to screens. They've done a lot better this year. They need to continue to do that because that is where Bijan thrives his most. He can run the ball really well, but he is a lot like CMC in the fact that, okay, yes, you're going to run for 50, but you're also going to catch for 50. So you may not have all the rushing yards in the world, but you're going to have a lot of scrimmage yards. And he has been doing a lot more running this year. So just Bijan in general is a problem. Drake London is a problem as well. With Ward not being back just yet. Yep. Bringing in Sauce definitely helps against Drake. Seeing kind of what that matchup is, we'll talk about matchups later on. Spread the ball on offense. You have all of your weapons on offense. No one's hurt. Keep going. And I need the guys, the interior D linemen to step up because Buck is on IR. Just got placed on IR today. He's out for 4 weeks. Need them, the younger guys, to step up because Grove can't do everything. He's not the pass rush guy on the interior. That's Buck. Yep. But you also need Grove to step up and kind of be more of a pass rush type of guy. So those are my keys.
All right. Another thing the Colts need to do that they didn't do well last week, protect the ball. That's it. I'm not even going to put emphasis on the other side of it. Just protect the ball. Okay? Focus it when things go wrong, you have to go dial it back to basics. So protect the ball. Just make sure you protect the ball. Establish the offensive trenches, another thing that they didn't do well last week, and then let JT roll as you mentioned. Just let him go.
Podcast.
Hello.
Okay.
And then attack over the top. I think that the Falcons are susceptible to that. Go at the Falcons' weak offensive line. You mentioned Bucks on IR. That means it's time for Adetomiwa Adebawore to shine. Third-year player, I believe, now. So it's time for him to shine and really see what he can do. And then, as you mentioned, Bijan is a problem. So I think that there needs to be a spy on Bijan Robinson at all times. That's just my take. I would double Drake London and then make sure on the other side you lock down Darnell Mooney because he's dangerous as well. And then you want to try to make Kyle Pitts invisible, which Kyle Pitts has been for a majority of his career. So make sure you don't let him shine now.
Yeah.
Then again, you're working against a second-year quarterback, confuse Michael Penix pre-snap, especially. I think that can be a strong suit for Lou Anarumo. And then be careful on special teams with Jamal Agnew. The Colts are all too familiar with him from his days in Jacksonville. And then a little tidbit, you know who is on the Falcons' defensive side of the ball? Kind of a multi-purpose player is Ronnie Harrison. This make sure it doesn't become a get-back game for him against the Colts. Speaking of get-back, you can get back your balls by going to open goal, rebounder, and goal setup. Click the link in the description for more on that. Time for the matchups to watch. Who are you looking at?
Said it earlier, Drake London versus Sauce Gardner is a big one for me. Drake London has proved himself to be a very good wide receiver this year. He's coming off in a really amazing week. So you got to kind of shut that down.
Yep.
Tyler Warren versus whoever. JT versus the front seven. That's kind of, getting to that second level is very important, especially in this game, especially after JT's outing last week. Not a great outing. So getting to that second level, providing a lot more room for the offense to work. And then Jesse Bates, I believe, is not injured and still on the Falcons. So Daniel Jones's eyes versus Jesse Bates.
All right. I like it. I mentioned the spy on Bijan. I'm going to put that on Nick Cross. Nick Cross versus Bijan Robinson at all times. Nick Cross may not be able to do the normal Nick Cross things because he's going to be on Bijan Robinson duty. I don't think that's a bad thing in this case because of who you're going up against. Jermaine Pratt against Kyle Pitts. You talked about Sauce versus Drake. I think all of the Colts receivers versus all of the Falcons secondary. I think that they want to be who they are not, the Falcons secondary. And so I think that you can expose them in that way. They want to be lockdown corners, but they're not. They play a lot of one-on-one, and so you can expose them in that. And then the Colts offensive line versus the pressures. As we mentioned, there is a precedent set now for the Colts with the Steelers game. And so if the Colts want to make sure that that is not a new pattern, they need to deal with the pressures appropriately. And this is the game to make sure that they let the league know on tape that that's not a problem for them. And then lastly, Shane Steichen versus Raheem Morris. Offensive coach versus defensive coach. Which one can knock the other one out? Speaking of knockout, Joi Baby Sleep Sacks can help you with their help you kind of knock your little one out to sleep for the night. Click the link in the description for more on that. It's now time for the all-in player to watch presented by Underdog Fantasy Sports. Take a look at this from them. Football's back, and Underdog is the best place to make picks and win money all season long. Playing on Underdog is easy. Just pick whether your favorite players will go higher or lower on stats like touchdowns, receiving yards, interceptions, and more. Get your picks right, and you could win up to 5,000 times your cash. Download the app today. Sign up with promo code COLTS. To score $100 in bonus funds or bonus entries when you play your first $5, that's promo code COLTS. Millions of fans have already won billions making picks on Underdog. Will you be next? Underdog, make picks, win money. Must be 18 and up, 19 and up in Alabama, Nebraska, 19 and up, and in Colorado for some games, 21 and up in Arizona, Massachusetts, and Virginia, and must be present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Offer not valid in Maryland, Michigan, Ohio, and Pennsylvania. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org. In New York, call the 24/7 Hope line at 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY. That's 467-369. So, Underdog Fantasy Sports, you can put JT and Tyler Warren and Daniel Jones all in there together. Maybe you want to think Sauce Gardner is going to have a breakout game in his first game with the Colts. You can put all those things together. You can put them together with some players and some other teams, and you can put them all together. And you win a bunch of money if they all hit. You win some money if only some of them hit. Great way to play some games and win some money. So who is your player to watch in this game?
As much as I want to say JT so that he has a bounce back game, all that stuff, I did say I was going to say JT until he had a bad game, and he had a pretty bad game last week.
All right.
It's all about the training, though, that you put in. Speaking of training, Farm Hound dog treats can train your dogs. Click the link in the description for more on that. But I'm going to say Sauce Gardner.
Okay.
New addition. He's going to be playing. The Colts said he's practicing and he's planning to play on Sunday. So
I think he officially needs to clear concussion protocol, but I don't think that'll be a problem.
I think he already did. I think he already cleared concussion protocol. He's good.
Good.
He is ready to go. Day after tomorrow, he'll be on the field playing against the Falcons. I think that's a very important. I think that is the matchup to watch. Is Sauce versus Drake, and I think maybe the matchup to watch in the whole entire week. In all honesty, because Sauce was a big move made on the trade deadline by the Colts, so a lot of people are going to be watching it. And Drake London just had a really good week, so is Sauce worth what the Colts gave up? And can Drake London repeat what he's done?
And everyone gets to watch because it is a standalone, not a primetime game. It's a standalone game, 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central. What would that be? 6:30 on the West Coast. So have fun with that one.
Ruining one of my days to sleep in.
Some of the Colts staffers that stayed in Indy are going to be up very early in the morning getting ready for the pregame show that starts at 6:30 a.m. On the East Coast. So my player to watch, I think, can completely have a field day against this defense, and that is one Mr. Tyler Warren.
I like it.
I think that he will find many pockets of spaces. I don't think that they have a single person who can guard him or bring him down. So I fully expect the only way for him to be stopped is if they put 2 or 3 eyes on him. If that happens, guess what? Alec Pierce deep. Okay? So I just gave you a double there. Double shot, all-in player to watch. Tyler Warren is my go-to, but if they lock him down in some way, watch for Alec Pierce over the top because he doesn't have anybody. It's another interesting dynamic because he doesn't have anybody necessarily nipping at his heels anymore now that AD is gone. And so he could have one of those I don't have to work as hard kind of moments, but I don't think that's in Alec's DNA. And I think he'll be
I don't think so.
He'll have a little extra juice because he's got an old college teammate back on his team now in Sauce Gardner.
Yeah.
So there it is. That's all for this week. We'll be back next week with our recap of this game against the Falcons, plus our weekly check-ins with the Pacers, IU football, as well as our Unstable Pick 6 NFL predictions, and a brand new episode as the Colts have a bye week next week. We will get into IU basketball in what we are calling Candy Stripe Clear Out.
Yeah, I like it. Well, this is Liam.
And this is Kevin.
Reminding you to stay all Indiana.
All in Sports Network. We love sports.